Alright guys, welcome back to another episode on the RetroBrown channel. We're back in Kanto today doing a Nidoran male solo run. And considering how the Nidoran female run did, well, right, I think it was like the first 30 odd videos on my channel, it was a bit of a tedious track. But I'm hoping with the male variant, we've got more to work with really. So we got a base stat total of 273, which is pretty bad. Yeah, pretty bad. Our rival for today is going to be Nick Lloyd. Thank you for subscribing, welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoy this video, and you are the rival for today. So yeah, our base stat total, 273, is pretty damn awful, but at the same time we are a first stage evolution, and we do have a 57 base attack, which isn't the worst, but not the best. Start off with a couple of moves, start off with Leer and Tackle. Leer is going to be paramount to getting through Brock, and we also get Horn Attack at level 8, which isn't pretty bad at all really, isn't it? In Pokemon Red Blue, we don't also get access to Double Kick until level 43 or 42. Either way, that's not very helpful considering the very first gym leader is Brock. If we got Double Kick, it'd be a lot easier, but this is going to be a lot harder for the fact we do not get that. What we do get though is Poison Sting at level 14, and then Focus Energy at level 21, which is going to be useless. So let's crack on with this and see where we get to. I'm glad that we don't have very bad speed. I mean, 50 isn't the worst, but again, not the best. That's pretty much this Pokemon in general. Mono Poison type that's not the best, not the greatest first stage. So yeah, let's see how we do with this. Let's progress on to Brock, but before that, we're going to go and get up some levels because we're going to need them. So we're going to go to Viridian Forest and we'll battle all of the trainers here, every single available trainer, because we definitely need Horn Attack to even make this possible. Reason for that? Horn Attack, even though it is a normal base move, it got 65 power, which is pretty good and a lot better than Tackle, which Tackle's only got 95% accuracy, whereas Horn Attack's got 100. Of course we're going to be using Horn Attack over Tackle here. So once we've got Horn Attack, a lot of these fights become a lot easier because of our base 57 attack, which is, at this point in the game, it's alright. We managed to beat the junior trainer first time, even though we got a few, like, down to 2 HP. And then we backtrack ourselves to go against the rival to the west of Viridian. Now at level 13 here, we have gone against some random battles just to get the levels up as well. We start off getting sand attacked a lot by this Pidgey. And yeah, if we can't hit this Bulbasaur and it starts setting up Leech Life, which it does, we're going to have to hit hard and hope for a, well, 2-hit KO, and we actually get Poison Sting after that. So yeah, we're at level 14 before we even attempt Brock. Brock starts off, of course, with a Geodude, which is very annoying because the fact it does like to set up its defences. And to a certain point, once it's set up defences, Poison Sting will not hit at all because it's a resisted move and only 15 base power, meaning it just will do so little damage that the game registers it as 0, and that's why it says it misses. At level 15, we do not even get the Geodude down, but we managed to take off about 3/4 of its HP, so it's not going to help us at level 15. If we can't even beat the Geodude that level, we're going to have to go up a few more. So we go up to level 18, and this time Horn Attack is just doing a lot more damage. We're not going to get many critical hits with that 50 base speed, but we're doing enough here. And with Leer on our moveset as well, especially against the Onix is the easiest part of this fight for the Nidoran male. Once we can get around Bide, we use Leer, we use Horn Attack it down, and we get a pretty comfortable win. But this is the very first level that this was actually possible for us, at least in all the attempts I did, and that was probably about 10-15 attempts that we actually managed to go to before going up to level 18, and yeah, it's just annoying really. That brings us to the next row where we are going to go against all the mandatory trainers here. We are not going to go against the optional trainers just because we're already level 20 and we're not even at Mount Moon. So hopefully when we get through Mount Moon, we'll be at a level where Misty should be possible with us being at this level. Nidoran is pretty much nearly a one-shot on most of these Pokemon, and we don't even learn Focus Energy because it's broken in this generation. If we were badge boosting, then Focus Energy for the crits probably would help us out, but it's not going to help us out really. Either way, let's see how we do against the rival on Nugget Bridge. Nick Lloyd sends out his Pidgeotto, and we're doing about a 3rd HP with each Horn Attack, but we're down at 8 HP going into his last 3 Pokemon. And even though the Abra and the Rattata sort of free battles, the Rattata isn't a one-shot with Horn Attack, so we do get taken down here. We go up to level 22, and from here it's still a free shot on the Pidgeotto, but we get better luck with the attacks that are incoming. Abra is a one-shot, and Rattata at this level is still not a one-shot. Must have been a low roll on that one. But we got more than enough HP to deal with that Bulbasaur, giving us the win. You might be wondering why I've gone for Bulbasaur as the final Pokemon. Pretty much, it doesn't matter what moveset we have, we've got a super effective move for all three final starters. Enough of that though, let's see what we do against Misty. Now Misty, we don't have Thunderbolt yet, because we would have to go to Surge and beat him, and you can't beat Surge until you beat Misty. So we're stuck with Horn Attack and our moveset to try and get through this, but at level 23, it's going to be a 6-shot on Starmie, but she gets a Bulb Beam in, and we faint. So we go up a few more levels, we finish Nugget Bridge, and level 27, Staryu's still not a one-shot with Horn Attack, but it's doing a bit more damage against the Starmie, and our increased attack means that we can also get a few more hits in, and look at the draw, she goes for Tackle, leaving us with 7 HP, and we get the Cascade badge. So that's 2 gym badges down, and we progress on to the next gym leader in the next town, and of course the SS San. The SS San has its own problems, but the best thing about this is going to be Body Slam TM. So we have to fight our own brethren with this Nidoran here, take it down, and we can gain access to this TM. Which probably going to be our premier physical attacking move in this entire run, because we're going to need to get some variation on our moveset. So with Horn Attack in tow, and Body Slam there as well, we are sweeping through this fight, but of course we are 14 levels above that Raticate. Kadabra's got very weak defenses, so we just need to hit it with 1 Body Slam, and Ivysaur is going to be a 2-shot when we can actually hit it. We did get hit by a few stand attacks there. And that's the rival on SS San. That brings us to Surge. So Surge should not be too much of a problem for us, as Pokemon are quite defensively weak. So 1 Body Slam takes out both Pikachu and the Voltorb, bringing us to level 31, where 1 Body Slam is just under half HP for the Raichu. We take it down with a few more Horn Attacks, and get the 3rd badge on our first try. Not as impressive when you're already very high leveled for this. That brings us to Rock Tunnel with a few more issues. Now, again, the Pokemaniacs are causing a bit of an issue for us here, because the Cubones know Bone Club. Then after that you got the Slowpokes, who do know Confusion. But thankfully we can learn the Thunderbolt TM, which can one-shot those Slowpokes. What it can't do though, is even hit these Geodudes. So the best way for us to get through this, we need to get Body Slam Paralysis, and then hope for the god they do not use Self-Destruct, because that'll take us down in pretty much 2 hits. Yeah, 1 Self-Destruct there, and then the Graveler comes out, we paralyze it, it goes for a Defense Curl, but Horn Attack is just not doing enough to take it out in time before another Self-Destruct comes in. This took a while to get past the Exploding Hiker, it really did. When you haven't got the moveset to work with, yeah, it's painful. But we managed to finally get through. We're on a very lucky attempt where we had another Self-Destruct miss, but either way. That brings us to the rival in Lavender Tower, and we're sweeping through this fight. At level 34, we are really doing well at this point. I mean, we are massively over-leveled for this point in the game, in my opinion, but we had to do that to get past Brock and Misty. We beat the rival, and then we progress on to Celadon. Erika is up next, and we are a pretty good matchup for this gym. The worst thing though is if we get hit by Rap, because that could probably take us down, and we're hoping for a 5% miss here, which, knowing the RetroBrown look, doesn't really happen. And we're just sat there, we can't outspeed, and we take a loss. So what we're hoping for is they go for Rap and miss it, and we get the paralysis, that way we outspeed. So it's not like this battle is completely impossible, we do have a good matchup for it, but it's relying a lot on luck and paralysis to make it happen, because the Victory Bell, easily the biggest threat on the team, the Vileplume is not too much of a problem with its moveset, and we've also learned Horn Drill. Yeah, the one-hit KO move, level 36, that's going to be broken. That's not going to help us out in too many fights, do you think? Really? We'll soon find out. It's a great move to be using against these Rock-type Pokemon, because Without having a super effective move like Blizzard, which we'll only get towards the back end of the game, yeah, we really need to have Horn Drill for a lot of these fights, because we don't hit hard enough to take things out in one, unless we massively overlevel, and I don't like massively overleveling. So we lose against Giovanni the first time round. The second time round, Horn Drill works in our favour. It's only got 30% hit chance, but we get a good shot to get through the Kangaskhan, who was the easiest member of his team, at least for a Nidoran. He locks himself into Rage, we get the win, and we progress on to the next gym badge. But before that, of course, we need to finish Lavender Tower and open up the rest of the game. I kind of hate this deviation, but at the same time, I hate the Gen 2 rocket side quests. It's more the fact that when I play these from a solo run perspective, I'm looking for the most linear path to get through this, and having to go back and forth to places is annoying. Like, it feels like it takes ages, loads of time to do these bits of the game. But either way, it's part of the game, you can't change that. We're going to go head off to Fuchsia now instead of going to Saffron next, just because we'll have a better matchup against Koga. Not the most perfect matchup in hindsight really, but a level 41 after going against quite a few optional trainers, we're really not dealing enough damage out even at level 41. We adjusted his level cap here, well, just under at level 43 is the level cap here, and we're relying on Horn Drill a hell of a lot. Body Slam does quite a bit of damage, it's about a free shot, and self-destruct at this range, not even a critical hit, will take us out in one. So we're going to have to level up even more. We need to be able to outspeed that Weezing, which is something I've never thought I would say, because Weezing is a very slow Pokemon. But we need to be able to outspeed that Weezing to try and get a Horn Drill in, so we are banking on a 30% hit to actually make this gym possible. Annoyingly, we do get disabled there on a few of our moves, and we're going to have to wait that out until Horn Drill becomes available again. We're using Thunderbolt to try and deal bigger damage out, even though our attack is better than our special, but yet Thunderbolt is doing possibly more. I have not used any vitamins to be able to increase stats. I've actually stopped doing that on a lot of runs, just trying to get the Pokemon to naturally do this as much as possible. But either way, we go for a Horn Drill win, and we get the 5th badge, bringing us over back to Saffron City and of course Silph Co. Now, I was talking earlier about the Lavender Tower side quest bit. I enjoy Silph Co. Silph Co's got good challenges, whereas Lavender Tower really doesn't, apart from the ghosts. It's just kind of annoying. But Silph Co has its challenges, and of course it has a narrative, like a better narrative with the rival for it. So, oh wow, Gyarados Hydro Pump is a one-shot. It's not even a critical hit. Great. What level are we going to have to be? We went up to level 53. We're already in the 50s. We haven't even beat the 6th gym badge. This is a bad Pokemon. This is a really bad Pokemon. Well, it's doing a little bit better than Nidoran female, but that's because it naturally has a little bit more attack than it does defense. Because, yeah, it's just, when we finally do win, we pick up our Lapras for the surfing aspect, and then we fight Giovanni one more time. Now, he only has one Rock-type Pokemon to deal with here, so we body slam our way through the ones that aren't Rock-types, dealing big damage out, pretty much half HP, but we are nearly 20 levels above some of his team. Horn Drill on the Rhyhorn, and then that brings us to Nidoqueen, where we get another lucky Horn Drill. I think I said this in a previous video, do I need to ban one-hit KO moves to make this even harder on myself, or are you guys fine with leaving one-hit KO moves in? Personally, for me, because the fact they've got 30% accuracy, I still feel like that's fine to leave in. Anyway, we're going to go against Blaine before Sabrina because we have a much better matchup here. And of course, in the Pokemon Mansion, we did pick up the TM Blizzard, which will be very helpful in the coming fights. Blaine is honestly not too much of a problem. We are level 56 here, and as long as we can hit Horn Drills or we can hit Body Slams before them, we should be alright. We get a little bit of badge boost glitch from them using Tail Whip on us. I haven't set it up, so it's technically within the rules. But we still take a loss to Fire Blast. That brings us to the second attempt, and I realise I'm a Poison type. Some of his Pokemon have got Psychic type moves, meaning that's all that they will use, especially that Growlithe. So at least on the first Growlithe it's a free fight, but we get trapped into Fire Spin on the Rapidash, which isn't good, because in between using Fire Spin he also uses Super Potions retroactively, and that's annoying. We Horn Drill for the win again, and wow, we are relying on Horn Drill way too much. but I'm not deleting it. It's just too good of a move. Let's see how we do against Sabrina. Now, I've left her for 7th gym because, well, for one, we're a poison type and a first stage evolution. If we don't outspeed, we don't hit them in one-shot KOs, we're not doing well against them at all. Venomoth comes out, it's a 2-shot, and Leech Life does decent damage on us. We need to get a 1-shot on this Alakazam, but he sets up Reflect. But thankfully, the AI isn't great here and only goes for Reflect, meaning we get the win first time, which I was not expecting. Anyway, brings us to the 8th gym, and of course, we don't have a good type matchup here either. But the biggest threat on this team is going to be that Dugtrio, because it actually has a ground type move. Boy. Once we wipe out all the trainers here, because we want to get as much experience as possible before we use our rare candies, we'll see how we do against Giovanni. But it's not going to be too bad of a fight now because we have Blizzard. We can hit most of his Pokemon super effectively. So we go through every single gym member here. I even went through every single gym fight in Blaine's gym. I never go against the ones in Sabrina's gym thinking about it though. It's just not something I do. Giovanni starts off with his Rhyhorn, which again is not going to be a problem now we have Blizzard. Dugtrio's out next, and annoyingly it outspeeds, and Dig is a 1-shot with a crit. Great. Let's try that again. So at level 60, we probably still won't outspeed it, but we might have enough bulk to make it through one Dig. We know we're not going to outspeed it, but one Body Slam takes it out, and we're on 31 HP going into the Nidoqueen. We freeze the Nidoqueen, which is goddamn so lucky. That brings us into Nidoking. Now, I messed up there because I shouldn't have used a second Blizzard. That leaves us with trying to Horn Drill right on. Oh, that's hilarious. The Pokemon that has a drill on its head gets beaten by a Pokemon with just a horn. It's like poetry. It's funny. That brings us to the rival just outside of Viridian, and again, before the league. Blizzard is such a great move to have picked up by now, and thankfully we have Thunderbolt for the Gyarados. Growlithe, it's not a problem whatsoever, it's just going to go for agility. But Alakazam is a big threat. Even 11 levels above it, it still outspeeds us. So we got one more level, we use our very first rare candy here, and we're going to see how we do with just that one little difference. Blizzard hits the Rhyhorn, 1-shot. Gyarados, Thunderbolt will be a 1-shot, it's 4 times effective. Last up is Growlithe before the Alakazam, and here we go. Psychic. Oh, it leaves us with 4 HP. That's lucky. We're going to have to go... we get the Horn Drill win again. Oh my god, Horn Drill is so broken. So as long as we can outspeed that Venusaur, we can one-shot it with Horn Drill. I'm going to have to keep that noted for the final fight because that'll just be hilarious. Let's see how we do against the league. First up is Lorelei. It's not the best matchup, but it's also not the worst. Thunderbolt is going to be a 2-shot on the Dugong, and we need to preserve as much Thunderbolt PP as possible. Cloyster's got pretty bad specials, so one critical hit will take it down, bringing us into the Slowbro. Now, here I probably shouldn't have used as many Thunderbolts because he starts setting up Amnesia and using Super Potions. So we waste quite a lot of PP there, and then that brings us into Jinx. Ice Punch does hit us, but Body Slam paralyzes, bringing us into the Lapras. We get confused, Horn Drill misses, and we're on 36 HP before Horn Drill comes in again clutch. Let's see how we do against Bruno. Bruno is going to start off with his Onix, which goes down to a quick Blizzard. Hitmonchan next. It's going to be a couple Body Slams. Wow, 3 Body Slams take down Hitmonchan. That's not great. We go for Thunderbolt and the Hitmonlee, and Thunderbolt is doing more damage. I don't know why my special attacks are doing more. Yes, there's only about 10-15 PP power difference between the two, but still, I've got more attack than I do special, so I really shouldn't be doing as much. I'm not complaining though, we get the win, and that brings us on to Agatha. Now Agatha is going to be a problem. We can't hit her with Horn Drill, we can't hit her with Body Slam. We've got 22 PP to make this possible, and she keeps switching between her Pokemon. Thunderbolt does decent damage, but we do get confused, and she starts Super Potioning up. Thunderbolt, Oh man, we really should have used our PP ups on this move because we're down at 43 HP and we haven't even taken out, well, just taken out 2 of a Pokemon. Thunderbolt is going to be a 4-shot on the Haunter, and we get Nightshaded into the ground. Let's try that again. So we're at level 67 here, with quite high level, but you know what? Not as high level as I thought I'd have to beat Agatha. We managed to get a Gengar frozen, and then she switches into Golbat. 2 Thunderbolts to take that down, and we're in a good position here. We can take out 2 of our Pokemon, and we've got a decent amount of HP to work with. She then switches into Arbok, which means we can Body Slam and conserve some PP. But we're on 84 HP to deal with 2 Ghost-type Pokemon with Nightshade. We use Blizzard, then Thunderbolt, and get the Paralysis on Haunter, but then we get put to sleep. Thankfully, she switches into Gengar and then tries to confuse us. So we go for the Blizzard. We get the freeze. My god, the luck in this attempt here, unbelievable. We got freezes, we got paralysis. We're down at 49 HP, hoping not to. We need to outspeed this Haunter, which we will because it is paralyzed, and our final Thunderbolt PP gets us the win. Let's see how we do against Lance. For a Poison-type Pokemon, Lance is incredibly easy. The only thing you need to worry about, of course, is the Gyarados and the Aerodactyl. Because the Dragonairs, no Psychic-type moves, and this is Gen 1 AI, where they will only use Psychic-type moves on us, but they won't hit us. So when the Aerodactyl comes out, we're hoping that Hyper Beam doesn't hit, but we get a Thunderbolt, 1-shot, and Blizzard takes out the Dragonite. Easy win. Let's see how we do against the champion. Nick Lloyd here is up, and we have gone for Thunderbolt on the Pidgeot. And the Pidgeot is only going to go for Agility, so it's a pretty easy start to this. We don't outspeed the Alakazam, which is bad, and Psychic, it's not even a critical hit. It's a 1-shot. Might have to rely on Horndrill for that Pokemon now. Let's try this again. Level 68, we can do this. We go for Horndrill. Oh no, we go for Body Slam, sorry. And 3 Body Slams get us through with good luck on the AI. Gyarados then comes out after Rhydon falls, and it's not even a 1-shot. But we've got 2 Pokemon left. Can we beat the Arcanine? We go for the Horndrill. It's unaffected because it outspeeds us. Yeah, if they outspeed us, then Horndrill will not hit. It can only hit if you outspeed. We go for the Venusaur, and he goes for Razor Leaf, bringing us to 13 HP, and Horndrill gets the KO. Oh, come on. With that thumbnail, were you expecting me not to use Horndrill or to get the win with Horndrill? It's a fun move to use when it hits. That brings us to the Hall of Fame, and Nidoran Male has become the Pokemon champion at level 69, which is nice. And 5 hours 43. Wow, that's actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I thought we were going to be in the 7 hours or so. That's honestly better than I thought it would be. That's a good time for this Pokemon. Anyway, it's that point in the video again. We need to see what we're going to spin on the wheel next. First up is Flareon. You guys really like the Eevee run back in December, so that's a good, strong contender. Next up's Poliwhirl. We've just done the Poliwrath run, so I'm going to discount that one for now. Last up is... oh god, Aerodactyl. Yes, I've been waiting for this one to come up. Yeah, we're going with Aerodactyl. No doubt in my mind, we're going with Aerodactyl here. If you got to the point in this video, guys, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, you legends. And we will see you next week for the Aerodactyl run. Take care.